Didn't plan our outfits. It just happens when you've been married for over 30 years. Okay. Good morning, New Life. My name is Minsue, and I am part of Southeast Asia House Church. We started attending New Life in 1998. House church ministry was new to us, but as a young mom of an infant and toddler and in a new city, I embraced it completely. I love the fellowship of Christians in a home setting that consistently met every week other than Sunday. We were in the same house church with Pastor Eric and Lynette. So Lynette led me through the arrival kit, and it laid a more solid foundation of understanding of my faith and the religion I grew up with. Lynette was a busy mom of 3, but made an effort to spend one-on-one time with me. Her influence as a loving, gentle, generous, and patient spiritual mentor then is still with me today. We moved overseas for 14 years and returned to Houston in 2017. As a mom of a preteen, our third son was born overseas, and readjusting to suburban American life, I once again embraced house church. We joined Steve and Min Wong's house church. Min welcomed me back with warmth, kindness, and patience. She also made an effort to spend one-on-one time with me and help me adjust back to life in Houston. This house church multiplied, and we went with the new shepherd couple. From this shepherd's wife, I learned about being open and vulnerable with house church members. So it was very sad to say goodbye to them when they left New Life. I am so grateful to these shepherds' wives and hope to pass on what I've learned from them to my house church members. I'm so thankful for my house church members. I already feel a closeness and a bond with them, which I hope will continue to grow as we support, love, and pray for each other so that we can be more of a family than just members. To our house church members, I will pray for you and be more sensitive to your needs, and I hope you will feel the love of Christ through me. I'm also looking forward to serving with the shepherds from my village, led by Peter and Chris Jung. This verse stood out to me as I take on the role of a shepherd's wife. It's from Ephesians 4:2. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Hello, New Life. I'm Jin Tae Mok, and my better half Minsue here, of course. We will be stepping up as the shepherd for Southeast Asia House Church. As Minsue mentioned, our shepherd couple decided to leave our church. Well, actually, I kind of made it my mission to drive them nuts and chase them out, and it worked. You know, how else was I going to become a shepherd very soon, right? I mean, this was one of the ways. Just kidding, of course. So the two families remaining, us and John and Linda, prayed about what to do. Of course, dissolving was one of the options, but as we looked around, we didn't really see any other house churches we wanted to go to. Well, you know, the truth is, they probably wouldn't want us anyway. I mean, after all, we did kick out the shepherd couple, right? Well, anyway, after spending 3 full days together, camping out at the Jews' house church due to power outage at my own house during one of the recent storms, and having what seemed like a very long house church, kumbayaing together, we started to conclude that we should try to stay together as a house church and try to make it work, even with just the 2 couples. Fortunately, God spoke to a new couple, Chris and Jenna back there, and told them to visit New Life and look for a big, friendly fellow wearing a baseball cap. You all know who that is. Well, they found him right away, and they ended up attending our house church, which we're very thankful for. Initially, I think John and I both prayed that the other would step up as the shepherd. A few of the recent sermons were about something to the effect of privilege of serving. And we would look at each other and point to each other, it's you, it's you. But you know, deep down inside, I will admit that I did want to become a shepherd. Yes, I said it. I did want to become a shepherd. Well, you know, God put it there, right? About 24 years ago, I shepherded a house church. This is before we left Houston before. And I felt that I was the best version of my Christian self. I remember at one point, there were 6 couples and we had 2 young kids each. And I think you all know some of the older folks here. You all know who you are. And when we hosted house church, we had 24 living beings in my 2-bedroom, 1,200 square foot apartment. Just wall-to-wall people. I mean, during dinner, we looked like refugees in a camp, sitting on the carpet, Indian-style, wherever there is space, with crumbs just all over the place. And it was fantastic. Everyone praising, supporting one another, praying for one another, and one time even coming to blows. Well, almost. I just love doing house church. I can honestly say that it is a privilege to get to do house church. Having traveled all around the world and attending many different churches and joining other small groups, there is nothing quite like our house church. And it is so much easier to invite VIPs. And you can see how effective it is in reaching out to the lost and making disciples of all nations. I feel refreshed after house church, even when it ends after midnight. Just sets a great tone for the weekend to come. I do want to shout out to Steve Huang, our house church shepherd after we came back to Houston in 2017, and my good friend. You've set a great example for us in your devotion to our church and to house church, and always being there with great advice, being dependable, and your gift of hospitality is second to none. Well, maybe second to Min, your wife. Pastor Eric, thank you always for being such a great example for me in so many different ways. I want you to know that I took your advice from our recent discussion to heart. It's a big reason, it's a big part of the reason why I am here right now. And to my beautiful wife, Minsue, I'm so glad that God brought you into my life to share my journey. Thanks for praying for me, supporting me, and encouraging me to be the best Christ follower I can be. To my house church members, even with my limitations, I promise to pray for you, be there for you, and help you grow as a Christian along with us. Thanks for supporting me and stepping up as the shepherd, even with my periodic logistical challenges I'm going to have. I'm going to do my best to continue to promote unity in our church and to trust in our leadership. I pray God will help me continue to develop my gifts and talents and use me in whatever capacity to further His kingdom at New Life and wherever I may be. And in closing, John and Chris, just remember, since you are in my house church, I will always give you more handicap pins. Thank you.